Alright, I'm gonna go over, I made another video, but I ended up deleting it because I messed up on a lot of parts. But I'm making another video on how I make my, thumbnails. I'm just gonna keep it simple in this one. I went too overboard in the other one. Um, so I'm gonna, I use Canva, Canvas. Except I upgraded to the Pro version, which costs like $12 something a month. And this is how I make my thumbnails, and I also make my gospel cards on here. So I'm gonna show y'all an example on how to do all that. Go over here to see up here. You have a list of things you can do and make designs. YouTube thumbnail. It's gonna show other people's designs on here. You can choose to click on that and then just redesign their design, or you can click on your own template, which I'm gonna click on my own template and make my own template on this one. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually not that hard to do. It's not that hard to do, really. This is actually one of the most easiest talents you can actually pick up. All it takes is a little work. If you like designing stuff and putting puzzles and stuff together, it's almost like putting a puzzle together. Let's find some elements. So for an example let's give you an example. I don't know what that is. So let's go over here. I know we don't know for sure what heaven looks like. Nobody does. Only the description the Bible gives us. But I'm going to use this as an example, since we don't know for sure. This is going to represent heaven. So basically, you crop it. Whenever you're doing a thumbnail, you don't really have to. As long as you're staying in these outward lines right here, you're good. But if you're making t-shirts or something like that, then you have a specific line you got to stay in, and it's not going to let you go as far as I spreaded this one out. It's not going to let you go as far as I did this. There's certain lines you got to stay in on whatever design you use. Like if I'm going to make a business card, which that's normally what I use the business cards for my gospel tracks, and I put one design on one side and another design on the other side. So this would represent hell. Let's go here. So what I'll do on this side, this would give them a design that would draw their attention to the card. They'll be like, oh, that looks cool there. Let me check that out. And in the middle of it, here I'm going to put a wording here. Put a wording here. Let's put heaven here. Let's try to change the font. Try to blend it in. Alright, so I can do this here. Sometimes the wording can get too big. It takes up a lot of space, so you gotta zoom in, zoom out, do all this other stuff. Let me change the color. That don't blend in properly. So size up. Change the color. Nope, you can't. You can hardly see those words, so you gotta get a color you can see. You can see that there. You can see that color, but you just gotta pay attention closely to be able to see it in white. It's supposed to be black though, but since I have that glow, I picked the glow wording. It's gonna look gray. So if you want to actually completely see it and it stand out in the color, you gotta pick a bright glowing color. Like, see how that actually glows? You can see that color. The only thing is that doesn't look good with the word heaven. No, blue or something like that would look better, but hopefully it would stand out, or you'd be able to see it. All right, here, let's just go with that. Let's go with that. Now you can go over here and get another wording, or you can duplicate that there. Duplicate it. And just do this. That way it'd save you the trouble from having to go through all that trouble font sizing it and everything else, because you already had that same size, you just copied it. Then you can just put hell here. And I'm gonna put or in the middle of it. That way it would say heaven or hell. And then when they turn it over, I'm gonna put, I would do something like put Bible verses. I can't do that on this here though, but if I was to put this inside of a business card, on the other side of that business card, I would have Bible verses. On the bottom, it would show you Bible verses on what can lead you to hell. And on the top, it would show you a Bible verse. I'm just giving you an idea on what I would do with a design like this. On the top, it would show Bible verses on how you can get to heaven. What must you do to be saved? So I'm giving y'all some ideas. I'm coming up with this one off the top of my head here. Off the top of my head. So heaven. I could have just duplicated that, but or heaven or hell. So that's pretty much an idea there. That's an idea there. And then you would click something that up there at the top, that arrow that has a line underneath it at the top to download it, and it would go straight to your phone images or computer images, whatever you have this app on. If you have it on your laptop, then it would go straight to your images on your laptop. If you had this app on your phone or Android, it would go straight to your phone photos. I'm using my phone in this case here. So I saved that so I can do something with that later. I might make some gospel tracks like I was saying. But this is a YouTube thumbnail I just showed y'all. So I'm I don't know. Maybe God has something in store for that there. I want to let Him lead me though. So let's go back to home. So now y'all know how to do a YouTube thumbnail. So let's show you how to do a business card. Go over here. I haven't done a poster or anything like that yet. I might try that sometime. Make poster tracks. Business cards. Got dogs barking in the background. Alright, so this is the business cards. And on this idea, instead of starting from scratch, because it's going to take up a lot of time on doing this here if I'm going to do something like this. Actually, no. Let's use that other design we used. Let's use that other design we used. Here. Let's start from scratch. So you have one side and then you have another side. Let's go to elements. Then it would take us to our recent, what we used recently. Click on that. See, on this one you got to stay in the lines. You got to stay in that pink square box there. On a thumbnail you don't have to. You can take up this whole entire square, white square here. If you're making a thumbnail. So you got to literally try to cram everything in one. But the words look bigger once it's actually printed. I don't know what machine they use to print it. I'm gonna figure out how to get one of those printers myself. But because if I get one of them printers myself or figure out where to get one, it wouldn't cost me anything. I can just make my own designs. Well, I'm making my own design here, but I mean I can print my own designs also if I do that. I don't have to worry about having it paying someone else to print it for me. I can print it myself. So I'm gonna stay inside this line. I don't want to cut out that stairwell. That stairwell looks pretty good in this image. Due to my fear of God, it's a good thing if you have the fear of God. I don't want to receive glory for anything in this. For showing y'all how to do this, I don't want to receive any glory or any credit, even though I'm clearly crafting this design with my own hands. No one else is doing it for me. I don't want to receive glory for it. God gave me this talent. And that's the fear of God. So I don't want that glory to be my reward. I want my reward stored up in heaven. Although it's not against God to receive glory for this, it's just that would be my reward. I won't receive any other reward in heaven. Alright, so that's basically what it would look like when you're putting your design inside that square box. And so let's go back over here. So let's do heaven again. Heaven. Go over here to font. See if I remember what I used on the font. Wonder if it was that. Alright. Go to the font size. There we go. And then let's just go with black again. Duplicate. Let's duplicate it. You notice I'm not doing a thumbnail on this one. This is a business card. It's going to be one of my next gospel tracks here. Alright, now we can do or I gotta make it difficult on me. There. Okay, that's that side. Heaven or hell. And then this will be the back of the card. You gotta see what I'm gonna use for that. So it's pretty much on the top. I would put something like, let me see. Let me see if I have something in my. Didn't think that through. Think that through there. Did not think it through. See all my thumbnails here. Yeah, I didn't think that one through. I should have planned that one out on what I was going to put in there. And I don't want to click out to go to the camera to take a picture of something else. But yeah, what I would do on the top layer is put scriptures that show you how you can get to heaven, what must you do to be saved. And on the bottom layer, show you scriptures on what can lead you to hell. And that's what I would do on the back of that gospel track card. And as you've seen on the front of the gospel track card, it's going to show this picture here. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. So I already have that prepared. And there you go. Go in peace, brothers and sisters.